Are you hunted by your past? Is your past coming over and over again? All your past failures are just coming over and preventing you from progressing? Well, then this video is for you. If you are new to this channel or you've not subscribed to this channel, make sure you support me by clicking down below on the red to subscribe, and make sure you smash that notification bell button so that you can be notified of every video that I post every Thursday. Smash that like button for the algorithm, and make sure you share with your family and friends so that they can be inspired by this content of this video. And also today we are going to dive in deep into the topic, building the new you. So again, we all have a past of which we know of. Some of our past are full of darkness, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, accidents, fear. And some of our past are full of light, great childhood bring up, great family, adventures over and over again. And some of our past are full of mixture of light and darkness. But at the end of the day, regardless of your past, we shouldn't allow our past to define us. So today we are going to dive in deep and look at how we use our past to shape us, not to define us. Socrates quotes that the secret to change is focusing all your energy not on fighting the old, but building the new you. So as we are looking at building the new us today, I want us to make sure that we are focused on making sure that our past shape us. Our past doesn't define us. So again, we find that when we look at our past, they always leave a mark on us. You find that every decision that we make is based on the experience that we had, and then at the end of the day, we look at life with the lens tinted by our past. Then at the end of the day, which makes us not to move forward. So today I'm just going to make sure that we unveil that lens which our past have covered. And today I'm just going to, let me just give you a few examples. So today you find maybe you might be in the position where you want to be in a relationship, but because you've been heartbroken before, then you are so scared to put yourself out there, to give yourself a chance. Or maybe you might be one of the people who want to invest in a business, but because you failed before in your previous business in your past, you are scared of investing in that business. Or maybe you might be in a position where you are supposed to rewrite your exam, but because you failed the previous exam, you are scared of failing again. But I tell you one thing, you just need to keep on moving forward. And Dr. Miles Monroe was right. He said that your past is dead except the life that you give it. Your past is dead except that the life you give it. You keep on reliving all your failures. You keep on reliving the things that your heartbreak or someone dumped you. You keep on reliving that. That's dead. Move on and create new memories. You make sure that when you look at your past, use that, learn something out of it, and make sure it improves you. It reminds me of, if I'm to talk about my past, my grown up, trust me, it's a drop mic moment. It's a jaw dropping moment, because when you just look at me, when you hear my story, you just said, oh my God, it's by the grace of God. Oh, you know what? Actually, something just dropped in my mind. 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine just texted me. A friend of mine from primary school, way back primary school. It's for some reason he found me on Facebook. Then he sent me a friend request, and then I was so curious to just when I saw him, and then when I saw his profile, and then suddenly after that he texted me to say, is Ishmael, is it you? Then I'm like, yeah, it is me. Then he was so surprised. Then he kept on reminding me of the past, reminded me of how we grew up. If you are in Zambia, you can remember in Kitwe, where we grew up in the primary school, and to the level I am. Then the guy was just like, it's by God's grace. And he's right, I'm here because of God's grace and mercy. So when I had to use that past, I had to use my experience and make sure it shapes me to the level where I am today. And let me just give you another example of a man who made a difference for Abraham Lincoln. When you look at the life of Abraham Lincoln, the life of Abraham Lincoln is full of failures, full of losses. He had a failed business in his life. He lost his fiancée. He even had a nervous breakdown. He fell a dozen times when he was running for office. And then finally he was elected as president. Then he set a motion on freeing slaves in America. Look at that. He used his past failures to build him up, to shape him to where until he made a difference. Now we keep on talking about him. We keep on talking about him over and over again. Making a difference. Using our past to shape us. Amazing, right? You see, because at the end of the day, when you look at your story, there are people who are waiting for your story, the story that you have, the things that you went through that can help others. Your story, your past that can help others to navigate in the position that where they are. The chapters, the ones that you are ashamed of, those are the things people want to listen about, because those are the things that can transform someone's life. When people look at that chapter, when you flip that chapter to another level, when people flip that story and they see the pain that you went through, the struggles that you went through, when they flip that page and look at where you are now, they're just going to see how strong you are, the resilience, the persistence you showed to reach to the level where you are, the focus you had to reach to the point where you are. From your past to where you are now, the things that you have achieved. It will be like what Aaron Keller said, that you'll be like a pencil in the hand of God, that you're going to write a new story, that you're going to write a new chapter in your life that's going to inspire others. So at the end of the day, we look at if we are to build a new us. You know, Socrates was right. Socrates was right to say the secret to change is focusing all our energy not in fighting the odds, not looking at the past, but building the new us. Where you are at the moment, what can you do with where you are at the moment? The past is gone. Learn something from that. Move on. At the end of the day, we need to sacrifice our future, our past self, so that we can move on into another area. When you stand in the mirror, what do you see? Is that all you can be? Trust me, there's greatness within you. Use that, what you have, to make sure to touch other people's lives based on where you are going. The strength that you have shown. When people look at your life, the resilience, the persistence that you have shown to the level where you are, that's what's going to bring a new you. You know, if there's something that I've learned is we are all the same at the end of the day. But what separates us is our choices, our habits that we rely on, our habits that we are attached to. How we spend our time. That's what makes a difference. So at the end of the day, building the new you, it all takes sacrifice. Using your time well, to be productive, to make sure that at the end of the day you work on yourself, improve yourself, work on your gift. Like I keep on saying, you can't rely on a job, but you can rely on your work. You can rely on your gift. Your gift can never be fired, like I said in my previous video. So make sure you work on you to become the new you and touch other people's lives. Thank you very much for watching this video. And again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, support me by clicking down below on the reason to subscribe. And make sure any comment in the comment section, any suggestion in the comment section. And make sure you follow me on Instagram also, so that if in case of anything, follow me on Instagram, on WhatsApp, or even on Facebook. Stay blessed.